Warning: this program may contain visuals that might offend sensitive viewers. Parental guidance is advised.
Ekuqaleni konyaka abantu abaningi benza isombululo ngezinto abayifisayo ngonyaka omusha. Phakathi kwezisombululo abayithathayo ukuba bakhululeke kwezezimali. Ngeshwa ezifisweni zabo bayitholwa sebeqolwa.
You feel like an idiot that you bought into this scam.
My circumstances wasn't good, so I trusted him. I know it was wrong maybe.
I'm very crossed about it, and I'm very crossed that someone can get away with something like that.
The scam has been going on and going on.
The stupidity, unfortunately, lies with the public, and there can be no Ponzi scheme if there's no stupid people.
Maningi amabhanoyi asedle iningi labantu indodla njengo Triple M, omasholiswane ngeWhatsApp kanye namanye. Kujwayelekile ukuba iningi lidlala imidlalo yamabhanoyi einhlelweni ezahlukahlukene lapho lisuke lifuna ukuthola inzuzo esheshayo. Abanye badliwa isuka, abanye bayaphumelela. Udaba olusimatheni kulezi insuku ngolithinta izinsolo ezibhekane noLouis Liebenberg obhekane namacala afaka phakathi inkohlakalo, ukushushumbisa izimali kanye nokweba. Inkampani yakhe iTyromix eyaziwa ngeForever Diamonds and Gold yaqala ukuphenywa ngamaHawks kusukela ngo-2019. Emva kokuba ababefake izimali ngenhloso yokwenza inzuzo kalula bengasatholi imali zabo. Abantu batshelwa ukuthi abajoyine ngokuthenga amaphakethe amadayimane ayedayiswa ngemali eyahlukahlukene ngokuya ngephakethe lomuntu. Sikhulume nabambalwa babo abadlelwe indodla zezimali. Ugogo Aniki oneminyaka engu-68 wafaka imali yakhe ngo-2020 ezwe ngumngani wakhe ngenzuzo engakholakali. Uyazisola ngokufaka imali yakhe enkampanini kaLouis. Usilandisa ukuthi waheheka kanjani ngemali engaphezulu kwesigidi.
I was recommended by a lady friend of mine in 2020. She recommended this guy who is helping the white Afrikaners on their feet. And he's like the Messiah for us. He's going to help people to get on their feet, and he's selling this all above board legal diamonds to investors, and I must buy in. At that stage I was still working, it was before I retired. I was a bit reluctant in the beginning, but I've got a document that she sent me, a letter, where it shows that if you buy in for like 100,000 Rand, you get something like 30,000 or 40,000 a month return on investment. It's something phenomenal, and I started thinking, this is an easy way of making money. So I got onto his Facebook page and linked in with what they're telling and selling. I was put on a WhatsApp group, of which there are at this stage was like 40 WhatsApp groups of like 250 people per group. I was on group 4. Shows you how early I got into this whole thing. And then I started small. I bought in for like 2,000 Rand or 1,000 Rand. So I bought in, and it was promised that within 20 days or so, you'll get your money back. And in the beginning, I did. I bought in with like 500 Rand, and then I got 1,000 Rand back. The promised 20 days or 25 days. Within a day or 2 or 3, you got your money back. And then I was hooked. That's how they lure people in. They throw that In the beginning, you get your money. He's had a team of people working for him. So when I got that first amount of money, I was very excited. I told my friends, my children and grandchildren, I was an advocate for Louis. I was believed in him like he was the Messiah for the white folks who were battling financially.
So all in all, how much did you get after popping in 1.12 million?
I put in 1.12 million and I got out altogether about 55,000 rand, drips and drabs over a period of a year or so. And I'm one of the lucky ones. There are people who put in like millions. I mean, I'm sitting here as a representative of the older people. But not everybody's got the, I don't want to call it courage, but you feel like an idiot that you bought into this scam. So there are a lot of people who lost far more than me. 2 million, 5 million, 10 million business people. I mean, I know of people that put in 80 million rand and more, and they never got their money.
Were you promised to get the diamonds or you were promised to get money? What is the diamond story with you guys and money?
We were supposed to get profit on the diamonds that he sold, which they were never diamonds. But as far as we then learned now afterwards, is that he would send his guy to take pictures of their diamonds that they dug up. Before it's even sold, he would send it to Louis in the office and he would show it to us. This is a packet of diamonds that you can buy in. I'm selling it for so much and so much. You can get so many % profit after so many days. And every time things mount up and too many parcels are not paid out, he picks an argument, or there's ABSA froze the accounts, or NPA is a problem, or SARS locked the account. There's always a problem. Then it's his excuse, and then shame is with us. He's the big victim in the whole story. And that is how we always slip by. He's a smooth talker, that guy.
Abakhwabanisi bavamise ukulutha labo abafuna ukuba bathole imali ngaphambi kokuba bathathe umhlala phansi. OkaLiebenberg ubebazi ofishi bakhe, ubengazami noma ubani.
He told the local group there that he's taking the money from the whites to buy his mines and his licenses for the mines and stuff. So he knew traditionally white people have had jobs, they had investments, they got pensions and stuff, and he thought let him, but he knows he will never get away with that with African people. They will not stand for that. That much he knew.
uSonia yena wamenywa nguLouis kuFacebook ukuba angene ebhizinisini lakhe ukuze aphinde asimame emva kokuwa kwamabhizinisi futhi akwazi ukubhekana nesifo somdlavuza webele. Uthi ngaleso sikhathi wabona kuyicebo elihle ukuba azame lokhu ayeshelwa ngakho kanti akabuzanga elangeni.
He started phoning me. I gave him the telephone number. I was interested because it could help me with my illness and everything, and the cancer and whatever. And I was in a bad place in my life on that stage, losing my businesses and everything. So then I started listening to him, and he was, you know, Louis is very convincing, and I'm soft. I trust easily. He phoned now and then or sent SMSs or WhatsApp. Invest now, Sonia. You're doing well. Do it on the 3 packet or 2 or 5 or whatever, and it's 2 weeks or 6 days or whatever. The first money didn't pay out. He said, just keep on the way. I'm telling you, you will get the fruits eventually on the end of the day. And I was desperate. My children was in need. I was in need. I thought he was a very nice, well-groomed guy, trustworthy. The way, especially when he phones you, professional, But he was really decent, and I trusted him. He said, Sonia, I'm going to help you get out of all your losses and all the things with the cancer.
Now, when you were investing with him, what sort of investment were you thinking you were doing? What is it that you wanted to get? What is it that you were buying?
I was under the impression that I am putting in money, and when he sells, he's paying back. It makes sense. In diamonds, it's legal. It's on Facebook.
How did he manipulate a lot of people to keep on paying more money for something?
I think the way he did to me. Sometimes when I found I was crying, I said, Louis, please, and then he will say, oh, my darling Sonia, just relax, just relax. On the end of the day, I know I'm asking now and then to put money in, but if the basket is not full, then we can't do anything. You people are boosting me, you're helping me to make a success of our business.
Umnumzane Bester oneminyaka engama-67 ubudala usale eyithulisa emva kokuqolwa imali engaphezu kwezigidi ezimbili. In total, how much did you invest?
At this stage, there's about 2.4 million in 84 packages. That's invested, that's money that's in there, that I put in there. A little bit of that was profits out of earlier packages, but that was in total what's currently in all the different packages that's lying there.
Out of these 2.4 million that you've invested, how much did you get back really as an interest?
I think in the region of about 500,000 or 600,000, but that was never taken out. That was in the wallet. So you add and you buy more until that's depleted, then you add more. Every now and again there's something coming in, but in over 5-6 months that was in total maybe about, say, in the region of 500,000.
So you would see money growing, but you couldn't access it?
You could not access it. At one stage they said you can take money out, but not more than, say, 30%. And I decided to start taking money out in September, and from September there was no payouts anymore.
Uma sebefuna ukhipha imali ababeyifakile kwakuba umqansa omkhulu.
It shows that money is on my account with my own money invested in further packages, but I did not take money out.
Ukuba kuma groups kwakubaphoqa ukuba ongenani njalo bahlezi belahlela okuncane abanakho ukuze bangakhahlelwa ngaphandle kwebhizinisi.
You need to invest regularly, otherwise if you did not invest in 2 weeks' time, they're going to throw you off, etc. And I don't want to go and take any chances of losing or get completely off.
While in the group, did you maybe notice any signs that this was not legit?
No, I was in the beginning quite okay that I know with diamonds it's always difficult to know how legit it is. I know about De Beers and those places that they withdrew from the mines because it's not profitability for them, is not there, but they have it on a big scale. A good diamond can always, for the ladies, be very special. And I thought that might be very good investments.
Iningi labafaka imali linamahloni emva kokuqolwa kwabo.
So the one group is very negative and fighting. The others is more supportive role, but they all sort of embarrassed about the money they lost. They don't want to play open cards and tell you what and how much they did lose. I'm very crossed about it, and I'm very crossed that someone can get away with something like that. My point is I want him to be stopped, that he can never ever do this to any other people, to lose money like that.
Sihambele enkantolo ukuyobona ukuthi unjani umuzwa kulabo abaqolwe imali zabo. Sihlangane noSonet obethukuthelekana unwabo ngokuqolwa kwabo. Ongenani washeshe wabona imali yakhe enkulu ingakadliwa.
3 years ago, when I invested money, I realized it's a Ponzi scheme, and I called Mr. Liebenberg and I asked him, what about my returns? And he said to me that you know what you can do to get your money back, go and stand on the corner without clothes. And that day I've decided I will fight against him because he's got no right to speak to anybody about that. The scam has been going on and going on.
Yize abafaki beimali sebemcela uLuwi kuba abaphe okuncane kulokhu abakufakile ngoba bedonsa kanzima empilweni wayimane ababophele uzungu.
I started phoning him from other phones because he blocked me. And then he said, if you don't stop nagging me, I can make you disappear. And just after I dropped the phone, I realized, what's he saying? I was trusting him. And then on the other time, I also phoned him. He said, you don't know what I can do to old aunties like you, being stupid.
There's one guy, his daughter had cancer. I forgot his name now, but it's all over Facebook. She had cancer, she had a few weeks to live. He phoned Louis and he asked, please man, can I just get some of my insert capital? Not even profit, I just want some of my capital so I can make her last weeks better for her. And Louis said to him to that word, to that. And also when people ask him for money, he said, let the children eat the patty out of the windows. He doesn't care.
Okhulumela ama-Hawks akuleli uthe zonke lezi zinkinga eziholela abantu ophathe ukufuna imali eziningi.
Siphila esikhathini lapho abantu badinga imali kakhulu and kuba lula ukuthi abantu bazithole bawele kuzo zona lezi zinto lezi ezibathembisa imali eza masisha. Kodwa egcineni uthola ukuthi ayikho leyo nto, bagcina badliwe imali zabo ezishisiwe. Into esingayisho kubo ukuthi kukhona amanye ama-investment yebo ayiqiniso, so angeke sithi wonke ama-investment ama-scam, kodwa kufuneka before bafake imali yabo ba-check kahle ukuthi le company abafaka imali yabo kuyo i-authentic kangakanani ukuze bakwazi ukuthi especially into enza ukuthi abantu kufanele ukuthi bangayithembi kakhulu yilezi ezithembisa inzuzo enkulu ngesikhathi esifishane, ngoba siyazi sonke into imali kufanele uyisebenzele. So lezi zokuthembisa ukuthi uzothola imali manje and imali eningi ukudlula ngendlela enormal, kufanele i-raise i-red flag, babhekisise kahle ukuthi ingathi nje ikhona into engekho right lapho.
Ungathini ngomthetho waseNingizimu Afrika kakhulukazi ukuthi kuba nama-loopholes amaningi online?
I-cybercrime yethu iya-improve kakhulu, ne-cybersecurity iya-improve, ne-cyber-investigation iya-improve. Ngakho-ke siyazi ukuthi sizobathola isikhathi, akunandaba ukuthi isikhathi esingakanani, kodwa bona sizogcina sibafumene.
Umphenyo omkhulu kuleli cala usola uhulumeni ngokungalawuli ngokwanele ezobuchwepheshe.
This is where everything happens. If this wasn't in the hands of Louis Liebenberg, there wouldn't have been a Ponzi scheme. If this was in the hands and regulated properly by the authorities and watched and monitored by proper law and cybercrime laws, there wouldn't have been a Ponzi scheme.
Uphinde wathi ayikho impunga yehlathi noma ngathatha isikhathi esingakanani.
This case is the case of the century. It's one of the biggest ever. This case has got two advantages. One, it shows that crime doesn't pay, even though it took 5.5 years. Number two, the next Ponzi schemers will think twice. For those who have not yet realized that Mr. Louis Liebenberg and his associates are criminals, I pray for you and I hope the penny drops. For the thousands that have turned and now know that Mr. Louis Liebenberg and his associates are criminals, give your full support to the authorities.
Umphenyi uchaze ukuthi ubesebenza kanjani okaLiebenberg ekulutheni abantu kanye nokuthi lokho kwenze kwalula kangakanani ukuba bakwazi ukuqoqa bonke ubufakazi ekuphenyeni lolu daba.
He moved into that field of the social media, convincing people. We investigated that. So we have retrieved all communications, all voice notes, all recordings, all emails, and anything pertaining the whole Louis Liebenberg investigation. And we have uncovered multi millions of rands of so-called diamonds bought. You know, it's very easy. You would have a package and on TV, you would just flash it. You will just flash a package like this with diamonds in it, and then people would see diamonds. People would see a layer of diamonds, and then he will do this on social media everywhere. So he used very much visualized content, constant communication content, and he presented this all by himself. Since he has been in this industry so long, it's like a kind of a zeitgeist take hold of people when they, you know, and it's too good to be true, but they still fall for it. On social media, clearly stated what is his intention. His initial intentions was to get a political stand. There was corruption, there was influence. His intention was that he would damage people and go for people who go against him. So he threatened and intimidated the public. Louis has a specific look and a specific demeanor and a specific aura, and then the diamonds. He was good at this, in deceiving people. It's not any and every man that can do that. This is let's call it a special deceiver. And he got it right because he got all this money from the people.
Umthetho wakuleli ungadlala yiphi indima ukuba abantu bangalutheki kalula.
The law in the country can only help people if people are willing to learn and are ready to receive the facts. And then the law can protect them. But you cannot force a person. The unfortunate thing here is nobody, there was no gun against anybody's head here. All these people, from the oldest, from 90 to the youngest, gave willingly and freely. So the best gift we can give the people in our country is, number one, is to get them informed. Leave them informed behind. Don't buy or sell anything unless you've done an absolute in-depth, thorough investigation. You won't believe how many people fall for that. Well, you see this diamond here, you can get it for 5K, tomorrow we sell it for 10. They fall for it. And it's the mystery of iniquity. The stupidity, unfortunately, lies with the public. And there can be no Ponzi scheme if there's no stupid people.
Our older folks, very few of us, especially the ones who didn't study further and are knowledgeable in the things of the world, we gullible that way, you know. We thought we can make our money more to make provision for our own old age.
People must be very careful if someone tell you all the stories and it sounded a little bit too good to be true. Remember, it can be just too good to be true. And there might be some discrepancies in the whole process. Be very careful.